Good evening, fellow South Africans, and it's quite clear to me that there are double standards when it comes to the legal system in South Africa. Quite clearly, if you are politically connected or you're a senior bureaucrat and you steal something or you're corrupt, even though there's evidence, no action is taken against you. Now, what I've actually come across, and we had that example of Duduzane Zuma. Remember that story? Where they said they weren't going to proceed with criminal charges against him. And clearly the reason was because it kind of allowed him to fly out of the country if he wants to, seeing that he doesn't have that criminal charge hanging over his head anymore. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's basically what the motivation was. But AfriForum, again, have come to the rescue. Good old AfriForum. And I'll tell you why. Duduzane Zuma, son of former President Jacob Zuma, heard on 24th of January 2019 in the Randburg Magistrates Court that he must appear on the 26th of March 2019 for 2 charges of culpable homicide and 1 charge of negligent driving. The National Prosecuting Authority initially decided not to prosecute Zuma Jr. in connection with a vehicle accident that occurred on the 1st of February 2014 on the M1 highway in Johannesburg, in which a young female passenger, Mekalina Dubi, had died on impact. After AfriForum's private prosecution unit applied to privately prosecute Zuma Jr., the NPA overturned their initial decision and instituted prosecution. Isn't it amazing what you can do if you've got contacts in South Africa? Anyway, Advocate Kerry Nell, head of AfriForum's private prosecution unit, said, "We view the fact that Duduzane will finally appear in court as a victory. We will monitor the process closely to ensure that justice prevails." Well, I say good on you, Kerry. You know, it's about time this well-connected little arsehole sees his comeuppance. Now, why was I talking about double standards? Because let's look at the case of Willem Pretorius. And I'm just going to read his statement. This guy is languishing in jail right now. He's been there for 17 years now. And then I'm going to put a link down to his testimonial where he says makes some amazing allegations against the police. Okay, Willem Pretorius says, "I am 35 years old and have been married since 2000. I am part of a group of 24 men in South Africa who were accused in the Boeramag trial in 2002 of treason. We were imprisoned in 2002 as awaiting trial detainees, and our trial commenced in May 2003. It's 10 years later, and we're still waiting trial. We have been repeatedly refused bail without good cause. There will be our 11th year being held in prison, waiting for something. Is this not an infringement of human rights? Furthermore, we forwarded a motion to be treated as prisoners of war while we were being accused of waging a war of independence for the Boer people against South Africa. The motion was denied, with many claims of errors being made by the judge, as well as the South African Prosecuting Authority. The High Court judge was not even aware of the international law before the motion, and we had to supply him with the said international laws. Through various testimonies, it has come to light that we have been set up by the very same people of the South African Police Service that are handling the investigation. The whole case has been orchestrated by agents of criminal intelligence. They not only planned it, but also through agents provoked the people to take part in illegal actions, and just stood watching for months, with full access to all the pertinent details, watching idly while more innocent people were becoming part of the Boeramag, while receiving money from the secret fund. During the trial, they were listening in on privilege and confidential client-attorney conversations and even bugged our cells and concentration facilities. I'm not sure what that is. I have been tortured continually and during arrest for about 10 hours without any investigation into the torture. The high-ranking police officials who tortured me are still in the police service and were even part of the investigation team. For the past 10 years, we have been treated like animals in inhumane conditions. We have not been allowed any contact visits with our family and friends. We are asking for your help to bring these continual human rights violations to the attention of the international community and bring a stop to it. The second thing I want to bring under your attention is the parole of other Boer people that are being held in prison. Some of them have been here prior to 1994. Their parole applications have and still are being refused solely on political grounds, and they are long past the date of their initial prison term or parole. Now, there's your double standards in a nutshell. I'm going to put a link to his testimony that he gave below this video so you can read for yourself what he says. It's quite appalling, the double standards in the judicial system in South Africa. It's really disgraceful. And like the police force, they're totally inadequate, totally incompetent, and it's very sad. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed, and have a good evening.